Hey there everyone, this is Laira. Welcome back to my playthrough of Etrian Odyssey 3. In this part we're going to cover the Hall of Conviction. Some people have been long awaiting this, because this is hard, by the way. This is probably one of those bigger difficulty spikes in the game, where the game really pulls a fast one on you, and it's really hard. It's not impossible, and almost any team can get past it, it's just that you need some sort of strategy or you're going to fall. Guaranteed. You thread through the scorching floors of the large hall and enter a small room where Olympia waits. You are here. This is the Hall of Conviction where the Deep One's god is imprisoned in seclusion. Olympia points to the door behind you and moves on. It seems that the intense heat affects her little. Beyond this special door is the Hall of Conviction and the Deep One. Have care. Olympia then produces a key and uses it to open the door before you. And yeah, the Deep One's god apparently is locked in this little tiny room. As you enter the door through the small room, a small figure stares at you in the corner. It appears human, yet aspects of it are clearly other. It looks somewhat like a young boy, but its crimson eyes glow eerily as they gaze at you. I'll let you read it. Alright, meet the Deep Lady and the Deep One. The Deep Lady in the first turn will instantaneously make a barrier that makes them immune to the elements when they are typically weak to them. I don't kid. And you usually want to take, it doesn't matter which one you take out first. Well, it does to some extent. It depends on the team you're using. But try to take out the Deep Lady first, and you'll have an easier time taking out the Deep One. But if you take out the Deep One, you're gonna have an easier time taking out the Deep Lady. It's to your preference on which one needs to die first. It's different from team to team. Okay, for this fight I brought in Keyairah instead of Gandra. Keyairah's active healing is going to be a lot better than Gandra's passive, so that's the main reason. So let's start this off. Well, only the Deep One attacks on the first turn, so we don't need to worry about getting retaliated against. First things first. Bushin. Pull up the charge tactic, pull out the Berserker Vow, and random Fukvar for the win. See how that does. Yeah, he covers. That's right. He didn't put the Deep One to sleep, but that's okay. And yeah, then goes with the Dis element. Don't like that one bit. I don't. However, that is why there's an item that exists that will pull away those things called the Metapon. You probably got it before. So we're going to use it on the Metapon. We're going to use we're going to line guard this row. Then with you, you're going to use the Metapon. You are going to set up an Ethic Charge. You are going to do the Hellfire Ethic Charge combo. Ethic Charge combo. You are going to just start cloud busting like mad. And you are going to attack the Deep Lady. Got rid of their beneficial buffs. Zera on the front row didn't die. Set up a Cloud Buster, and we set out the Hellfire. Bam! 800s! Damn! That was amazing! See? If you have a Metapon and Hellfire, this is a lot easier, isn't it? Wow. See, yeah, the Metapon's amazing. And you got one in like a treasure chest, and you probably don't have access to buying it yet. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't care, but the thing is, that's amazing! Now we only have to worry about her. That's the best part. And the second Zera is now useless, and Zera in general is now useless for the rest of the fight. It's not too much he can do, however, I'll just make her sling some fire at her, and we'll leave it at that. No, let's try ice. See if she's weak to anything in particular. You keep cloud busting, and you keep attacking. And as you can see, this fight just got immensely easier. Especially now that the Deep One is gone. That thing is annoying. You probably don't need my word for it, but that thing's annoying. And since he's gone now, that just makes this fight a lot easier. So, pro tip, bring a Metapon. Oh, and Mina died. Again! What is with Mina and dying? This is the second recording I've tried this, and... yeah, she died. Oh well. You bodyguard Keyairah as she revives her. You just keep playing... no, Volt this time. I don't think she was weak to the previous one. We're out of TP for Cloud Busting. And you try Volt as well. No particular weakness that I can see. Line guard back row, you line heal. You're a row, and we'll just focus on attacking here. Alright, this is going a lot better than all my previous go-throughs of this. And even though Laira and Mina are a very minor part of it, they're still doing a lot better than Vincent would, and that's good enough for me, I must say. Who is the other oh yeah, and Gandra. Gandra isn't useful in this fight because Protect Order isn't at its best potential yet. In case you were wondering about those details. Anyways, let's finish this off. Getting tired of seeing your face. This fight is really, really hard, and the Metapon Hellfire combo is probably the best way to get past it. Especially, just Metapon, then use the Ethic Charge Hellfire combo. That's an easy way out. Another thing you do is you can roll it out, but it would have required that I kept my previous strategy and the previous stall heal strategy that I've been using throughout before when during Ketos. That can work against this, but it's far less likely because if one of the healer dies, you're kind of screwed, and even if you have Nectars, they can just screw you over. In addition, while the two, you want to get rid of one as fast as possible. That is the main deal. You can get rid of the deep one as fast as possible, or the deep lady as fast as possible. Doesn't matter which, you pick your choice. Then you'll have a much easier time in the fight. Otherwise, that is one of my least favorite fights in the game. Child before you gazes at you with curiosity as you defeat the Piscine Grotesqueries. I know what Grotesqueries means, but Piscine, you lost me. So, there's that. Its eyes are filled with joy and wonder. It is clear that it takes delight in your presence. Despite its rapt expression, you wonder if its blood and flesh will again become monsters. You're not quite sure whether to draw arms and attack or attempt to parley with it. It doesn't matter which choice you pick. Say you mean no harm. Do you or don't you? 'Tis one unto me. What is your reason for coming here? As the child seems to understand your tongue, you tell him of your quest to meet the Deep One here. Deep One, such a foolish name as the son of man given to my people. The child's sneering words drip into venom as its crimson eyes continue to gaze at you. If you've come here not I sacrifice this to me, I hence. Contrary to all appearances, I am rather busy. The being you know is the Deep One, then closes its eyes and ceases all movement. Now do you see, that is the Deep One, mankind's worst and most fearsome enemy. Olympia speaks, having apparently entered the room without you noticing. This childlike thing is the king, called the Eldest One. This is important. You have now seen how it spawns, so let's mark it as the Eldest One. Yes, I did map the small room, but that doesn't matter. You should know his name is the Eldest One. You have now seen it spawns. The Abyssal King captured 100 years ago has since been sealed in this hall ever since. As Olympia tells you this, the Deep One smiles from time to time, listening with closed eyes. I'm not king yet. In human terms, I would be more of a prince or a princess. Olympia glares at the childlike being, and then looks at you and resumes her speech. You know the Deep One. You now know of the Deep Ones. Your duty to the Abyssal King has been discharged. Olympia then directs you to return to the Celestial Palace and again meet with the Abyssal King. After looking once more at Olympia and the Deep One, you decide to quit the Hall of Horrors, and your character automatically leaves. Alright, then we're gonna thread our way out of here since Vincent isn't here anymore. And yeah, that just happened. I'm gonna go ahead and sell our stuff. Segofin, Red Fragments, blah blah blah, all this stuff. You don't get anything from them themselves. Don't waste your your stuff on it. Let's go to the Deep City and get this turned in. Well, yeah, and stay, so we don't, you know, we're not useless. Okay, then we go to Celestial Palace. We report results to otherworldly visitors. Oh, previous commenter responded. Well, his name's not commenter, but I don't remember the commenter's name at the moment. I'll probably put it in a caption or something. But anyways, the previous commenter commented on how raison d'etre. I asked what it meant. Apparently it's French for the stiffness of the dead, or something like that. So you've returned, explorers, and Olympia tells me you met the Deep One and lived to tell the tale. What you met was their eldest one, a dreadful being who dwells in the abyss and spawns young. When I learned of the threat at Armroad's last king, I fulfilled my duties to protect mankind. Ancient lore of the royal family speaks of evil presences lurking in that abyss. Our source was the Yggdrasil, the great tree, the mysterious yet wise tree that towers in the center of our city. Yggdrasil granted us with superior technology, and in return we swore to protect it from the evil. I accepted and submerged a part of the Armroads to the ocean's floor. We fought that evil to this day. Am I giving you too much to digest? It's important that you understand this matter. If you have any remaining doubts, loosen your tongues. And basically you get to ask all these wonderful questions, and they're all good questions. So you're Armroad's last king. You have the right of it. As the only male heir from Armroad, I am the last in the royal line. In a more peaceful time I would have wed and lived a normal life. But the calamity that transpired 100 years ago forever changed my fate. According to the Yggdrasil, that great quake caused an evil slumbering deep within the earth to awaken. At that time, the evil spawn rose to Armroad, resulting in many gruesome assaults on my people. The Yggdrasil claimed that only by sinking to the abyss, could I prevent the evil from stirring. I obeyed and submerged part of Armroad, along with soldiers, and vowed to fight the evil with me. We did this to save hundreds of descendants who still live above, such as the duty of the king. What is the Yggdrasil? The Yggdrasil is the world tree. It may be difficult to credit, but I can converse with the Yggdrasil. Since ancient times, only those of the Armroad's royal family have had the skill. It was knowledge gleaned from the Yggdrasil that has brought advanced technology to Armroad, but it is not necessary for you to believe me, so long as both the Yggdrasil and I know. Okay, what is Olympia? She's the Yggdrabot. Olympia is my faithful friend and servant. She is a powerful woman who supports me in my struggle. But that is not the intent of your question, was it? She is not human. Hers is a life born of forbidden knowledge given to me by Yggdrasil. She moves and speaks as humans do, yet her strength makes her far mightier. Try and treat her as you would a normal person. And then finally, what is this evil? The king of the deep ones you meet, better to call it a god, for them that is. For humanity, it may as well be a demon. The deep ones were varied as it slumbers deep underground. Yggdrasil seals it from awakening and running amok. This is the large tree's chief purpose. Perhaps you should think it all is quite absurd, but remember what you saw below and try to understand. But I have not explained yet why only the Deep One deals with this evil. I shall do so now. The evil lurks in the abyss, is aware of humanity, and thrives on emotions such as fear. Should the Armroad's populace learn of the evil's existence, even Yggdrasil could not hold it. And so, the fewer who know the evil, the better. That is why we, the Deep City, hide ourselves. Now that you know this truth, you are honor bound to join our struggle against the Deep Ones. But first, I should reward your service for traveling the Hall of Conviction as I asked. Take this. It is the King's duty to encourage fine work after all. 5 grand. Not as good as the 8 grand for reaching the Tower of Victory, but you know, it's still worth it. And it's especially helpful for Mina and Laira, who are kind of under level for the rest of the team. That I have a separate favorite asset is related to the guild. Hear my question. Okay, sure. Good. Then tell them, Olympia. Travelers from Armroad to your home have entered the Deep City. Some have even passed the Hall of Conviction in the 3rd stratum. Going as far as they have means provoking the Deep Ones, as is bad for all concerned. It'd be better if I went to dissuade them rather than myself, that is all. So she's asking us to go dissuade them. And then we hope to succeed in finding the trespassers and coaxing them away. Try to resolve this as peacefully as possible. I'm relying on your skill, explorers of Armroad. Well, this was an interesting thing and all, but we did the Hall of Conviction today, so I'm gonna say that's good enough. In fact, that's awesome. So, hey guys, this has been Life Egg, and as always, I thank you for watching. I'm gonna say bye now. Bye!